tonight I want to pay special attention to a friend of mine, Taraji P. Henson.
This evening, I need to really focus on a companion of mine. Taraji P. Henson are genuinely astounding you. Let me know that I helped you to remember somebody, your dad. I want to be here to see you today. And on the off chance that I could be so striking as to represent him, stand by listening to me. Jay, you have made my heart happy. Terrence Howard just went off on Oprah, as after he sent her a solid admonition to let her close buddy Taji be after Taji got debased for standing up against the compensation parody in Hollywood and the dreadful medicines that she got while dealing with purple. Evidently, Terrence and Oprah have been furtively quarreling throughout recent years after Terrence uncovered their mysterious undertaking. As per sources, Oprah renounced Terrence after that, and presently Terrence feels like Oprah is doing likewise. Same thing to Taraji. This was affirmed by a source who said Oprah and the makers of Purple were intending to totally repudiate Taraji on the grounds that she demolished the movie with her tirades and made it flop in the cinematic world, yet Terrence isn't having any of it. And he just emerged to shield Taraji. Insane thing is this ain't whenever he's first needed to face Oprah. He did likewise a couple of years prior when Monique called Oprah out for repudiating her Oscar. She has an Oscar from it. She's as yet an astounding entertainer, an astonishing comic, so no worries, no. It ought not be currently. We as a whole know Terrence Howard doesn't have the cleanest history in Hollywood. His own life is a wreck, and that is truly one reason why he's been out of the spotlight for quite a while. He's been uncovered for being poisonous in his connections and saying some wild stuff regarding ladies. His DV history was first broadcasted in 2001 when he was captured for putting hands on his ex Lori. As per court reports, Terrence stalled the front entryway of Lori's home and smacked her 2 times after both of them had an unstable battle on the telephone. Gracious, yet his conduct didn't end with Lori in light of the fact that when he remarried in 2010 to Michelle Gent, it additionally turned out to be an extremely chaotic separation. After only 1 year, Michelle blamed Terrence for DV and recorded a limiting request against him. Now, Terrence denied that cases despite the fact that Michelle in a real sense made an appearance to court with an exceptionally frightful bruised eye. He later tended to the claims made by both Lori and Michelle during his 2015 main story. For the drifters, when gotten some information about Lori, Terrence said she was conversing with me, genuine impressive, and I freaked out and slapped her before the children. And concerning Michelle, he said she was attempting to mace me, and you can't see anything, so nothing remains at this point but to attempt to thump someone away, and I feel that something got her, yet I wasn't attempting to hit her anyway. In spite of Terrence's exceptionally dangerous history, he actually has many individuals who view him in a serious way due to a portion of the disclosures that he's made about Hollywood in the past, like the time he got down on the business tip-top for attempting to undermine people of color. He said with the new recipe, most men are made to be a ladylike and not have their influence or feeling of solidarity. They permit white men to be solid, yet not when it's people of color. He proceeded with, I would rather not eliminate a couple of chromosomes to fit in somebody's story, so I feel they need to grow their accounts to permit men to be men and all the while value a lady's delight. Everything is male/female. You realize the more fruitful men this present time are the delicate at the opportunity. Individuals approached his remarks extremely in a serious way, since there was an upsetting example of all dark entertainers castrating themselves by wearing dresses in their films. Dave Chappelle was perhaps the earliest individual to discuss this when he showed up on the Oprah Winfrey Show after him. This exceptionally broadcasted aftermath with Fun Times TV. Dave discussed why he left a $50 million arrangement and ran the entire way to South Africa to get away from the Hollywood elites without telling his better half and children. Okay, so you got up and you left and no one knew where you were going. Did your family realize? No, well, no, I called my sibling, me and my sibling genuine cool. I hit him up, resembled, I'm going Africa. He resembles cool man. It's great. Did your better half and kids had any idea where you're going? No, no one realized. No. I bob. Now that sounds somewhat insane. It's not insane on the grounds would have cautioned. He additionally dropped a significant stunner when he said he had to wear a dress while shooting a film with Martin Lawrence. He proceeded to say that makers had something else altogether recorded in the event. He chose to express no to wearing the dress. I mean, I'm a scheme scholar to a certain extent, like when I interface dabs that perhaps ought not be He associated, I don't know yet, specific specs like when I see that they put each person of color in the motion pictures in the dress, sooner or later in their vocation, I'll be associate in down like why this multitude of siblings got wear dress this happened to me. I'm doing a film with Martin. Definitely the film is going great. So I stroll in the trailer. I'm similar to man, this should be some unacceptable trailer cuz. There's a dress in here, they come in, the S's comes in. I believe he's the F. IST's like, Dave, listen. We got this clever scene where Martin's escaping prison, so he masks you as a whore. He put this dress on and her mother. Or no, I'm not doing that. I feel really awkward with that. That ought to have been in a conversation, which you feel awkward with it. I mean, it's a diverting piece. All the incredible have done it so well on the off chance that all the incomparable have done. It's sort of hacky, right? You're correct, so for what reason don't we simply not do it? Because I feel really awkward when address goodness. Come on, Dave, listen. We got everything set up. We should shoot each consistently. Your way costs this much cash. You realize the tension comes in. And I'm not wearing no dress, man. And I'm more interesting than a dress. Give me something entertaining to say. I don't for even a moment wear no dress to be amusing, one of my Milton BS. You realize we going this way and afterward. At last he's like, and he leaves and afterward like the chief comes Dave. It truly would be perfect assuming you wear the dress. The moment it was clear I was unyielding. I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. Okay, fine, consider something different. That returns 10 minutes after the fact, an entirely different scene. How could you compose the scene? So quick you. No, it resembles, so you got to take a yet. See, this wasn't the main thing that has had the web wrecked back when Monique was calling out Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels for torpedoing her. Terrence was one of only a handful of exceptional big names to freely uphold her. And what's considerably more insane about this is at the time he was all the while featuring in the network program Realm, which was being created and coordinated by Lee Daniels. He was essentially risking his entire occupation for Monique. And he didn't mull over it. He said Monique had all the option to stand up against how Oprah, Tyler, and Lee Daniels treated her, and that she has generally his help. Everyone must right to talk what at the forefront of their thoughts. You realize she has an Oscar from it. She's as yet an astounding entertainer and astonishing comic, so no worries, no. It ought not be well. It seems as though he isn't finished putting Oprah on impact at this time, since he's calling her out again for renouncing Taji now on. The off chance that you didn't know as of now, Taji and Taryn have had an extremely dear kinship, so it just checks out that he would defend her. This came not long after news split that Oprah got together for certain leaders from Warner Brothers, and they intend to obliterate Taraji's profession since they accept she's a significant justification for why Purple slumped and lost such a lot of cash. A source told Media Takeout that the chief makers at Warner siblings as of late went off on Oprah for permitting Taji to destroy the film's prosperity with her tirades, and they have plans of formally renouncing Taraji to send an extremely impressive admonition to other dark entertainers at no point are to attempt this in the future. Leaders fault Taji Henson for crashing the special endeavors of the film and involving it as a narrow-minded and open door to change her individual account as a maturing and came up short on entertainer yet. While Taji is taking some intensity, so is Oprah for not controlling the unbelievable entertainer. Oprah ought to have taken Taraji to the side when she saw she was taking the special endeavors in a pessimistic space. A source near Terrence said he was pissed when he caught wind of this, since he promptly realized Oprah planned to do how she treated Monique to Taraji too. And he hadn't arrived for it. He believes that Oprah should withdraw from renouncing Taraji, or he will uncover her. And many individuals were choking when they heard this, since Terrence and Oprah were reputed to have a little throwback in 2013 after the two of them began in the film. The steward Darren even went to the extent that discussing the amount he appreciates kissing Oprah's lips and that he cherished each of their cozy minutes together. Know what me and Oprah shared? You realize we investigated each other's eyes. And there was, you realize, I saw this, I saw the young lady in her, I didn't see. You know, the facade of Oprah that every other person has lifted her to, and that is the issue. Even we do that with a ton of VIPs. We fail to remember that they're individuals, you know. And it's been quite a while since somebody had seen her like a lady cuz everyone, and you know, so If you put that on her, so be it. No. She put that on me. Did she opened up and showed me the lady Oprah, and not the persona Oprah. And it was the most lovely thing I've done in my life. Man would be somewhere else, you realize, making some child opera's child. She's an astounding lady, better believe it. As a lady, that is what I'm talking about. You to contact